We are back with 5 more things that you should already know about RuneScape, but maybe you didn't. What's up guys, everything in this video should hopefully be things that you do already know, but maybe you don't, and they are things that you absolutely definitely want to know about because they are super convenient, super helpful, or they're just interesting things that maybe you'll like to know. That being said, if you enjoy the video, leave a like, sub to the channel if you are new. This is like part 6 of this, so if you like this, go back and watch the other ones. And finally, if you enjoy all the content and you're waiting for the next upload, there is actually a few videos now on my Patreon where you can go over there and you can join up, you can chuck $1 on there and you can get access to some Patreon only content. I'll be continuing to make some more of that every now and again, and eventually there will hopefully be a decent sized library for you guys there as well. The link for that is in the description, but otherwise let's go. Okay, number 1 in this video is for you guys that like to take advantage of your bonfire boost, so your campfire boosted water treat. Now, for those of you that don't know, you can actually come to war here and you can upgrade your campfire here, and you can get it all the way up to the better logs and you can get more of a boost out of it, okay? So you want to do that if you take advantage of this, but that isn't the whole thing of what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is, for people who do like to do this, the way it works is once you warm your hands at this fire or any other fire, you end up getting a total life points boost. And this can be useful in PvM, of course, and it can save you with some mechanics and make life a little bit easier on tanking certain things. But did you know that if you warm your hands at a campfire while wearing tank armor, things that increase your actual maximum HP, you will get a bigger bonus out of it? So for example, if I come over to this campfire now and warm my hands without any armor on whatsoever, you're going to see that my total health is now on 10,605 rather than the 10,100 that it was on before because of the bonfire boost. However, if I equip my tank armor first, which actually gives me a boost, so for example my Crypt Bloom armor, I've got my Reef Walker's cape here and all that sort of stuff as well, and then I reapply this buff here, we are going to get the boost that we would have got before as well, and it's going to refresh it. But then if we chuck back on our regular gear just like before and we make sure the bonfire is showing accurately, you're going to see my health is now at 10,746. Now, the reason for this is when you apply the bonfire buff, it actually takes into account the extra health that you have equipped on your character at the same time. So it's a 5% buff of your current max HP will now increase again. So basically, if you wear the bonus HP stuff when you apply the buff, you end up giving yourself a bigger boost, even if you then change to regular gear as well. So what you want to do, and the reason I have this on my banking preset, is I will lower banking preset, I will apply the buff here in tank gear with the bonus health stuff on the cape and everything like that, and then when I equip my regular gear again, I get to keep those bonuses, and it's just a bug at the moment, but if you see there, I get to keep those bonuses and I get a little bit of extra out of it. So this is something you could take advantage of. If you didn't know, now you do. Okay, our next thing is going to be taking us to good old Fort Furin 3. Well, I say good old, it's actually brand new, so it's not good old whatsoever. But we are going to be talking about the good old skilling locations, the portable skilling locations. This is where people use them these days, and we do have a few down here for us to take a look at, so I can explain this to you. Now, the portable locations are incredibly useful because they give you benefits while you are using that station. So, for example, with a portable well, you'll get things like, I think 1, you make the potions quicker. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure you do. But also 2, you get the chance at saving your ingredients and making an extra potion, so you can make more potions out of the ingredients that you've got, which is absolutely awesome. So you want to be using these when you're coming and using these skills. You've got a Fletcher here, we've got a range as well, and this will work for any of the locations that you can actually do this on. The range may be the exception because you may have to interact with it. But that being said, if you are someone who likes to use keybinds to load your preset and then use the actual thing you're making, so maybe you'll have the herb keybound or whatever, or something keybound to be able to actually craft it, for example arrowheads. This could be more convenient than going into here, loading a preset, which obviously isn't going to be the right preset, and then clicking on the well, and then mixing the potion, and then loading this, and then clicking back on the well. The only time you need to really interact with this well is the first time when you get here. So once you've arrived and you've actually stood next to the bank, you want to load your preset and then interact with the well and click the potion you want to make. Once you've done that, you can just use the bank, load your preset up, and then mix from your inventory or mix from your action bar with a keybind, and then you will still get the benefits from the actual location so long as you don't move away. Once you've moved away, you will then have to re-interact with the well again, but as long as you've like stayed here and you're in the actual range of the thing, you've not interrupted it, you'll be able to continue on using this, saving yourself a pretty like a bit amount of time or convenience, I suppose, for certain things. Obviously with the range, you're going to have raw food, you're going to have to interact with the range every single time, but for like potions, for herb lore, anything you can make a actual keybind out of, you can definitely just do it like this, and it's pretty damn convenient. Number 3 is going to take us back towards the Grand Exchange, and this is just something that's kind of interesting, and not too many people probably would have known about this, or at least I don't think so, but I guess we'll find out. Let me know in the comments if you knew about this one or not. But just around here, from the Grand Exchange, on the west side of the Grand Exchange, there is this little building here, and this little campsite, right? But this rock, oh wait, is it this rock, or is it must be a different rock? Wait, where's the rock? There's a rock that you can cook on. Now, I think it is this rock, but maybe I have to bring the food with me. So let me grab some food and we'll be back in just a second. So if we bring our raw fish back here now, and you can see here, there is the rock here. We're going to use our raw rock tail on this rock. And look at that. It says, can you smell what the rock is cooking? And it opens up a cooking interface. And on this rock, you can then cook your fish or your whatever you want to cook here. It's I don't know. It's interesting, but I've known about this for a little while. I have mentioned it in a video in the past, but I'm pretty sure not too many people, especially newer players, wouldn't know about this. But I'm curious, is this attached to some sort of like lore in the game, or is it just like a bit of a joke, or is there actually something like a bit of reasoning behind this? Maybe like, is there a reference to something? If there is, then let me know in the comments about this. But yeah, you can cook on this rock here. Not that you would really want to, but you can. And did you know this, or did you not? Either way, it's pretty interesting. Number 4 is going to take us to Tavali. I believe it is Tavali, the place where we can do some summoning. It is beautiful. I hope. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Right, so normally if you're going to do summoning, you would come here to Tavali, and you would come down to the summoning shop over here. Now, what you would do is you would get your supplies from the bank, and then you would get your shards and your pouches and all that sort of stuff, and your charms, and you would run from the bank to the shop, and then you would infuse your pouches, right? And you would come here and you would infuse them here at the obelisk, and then you would run back to the bank your stuff, and get the supplies back and redo this. However, did you know that you can actually trade a summoning shop person, and when you sell things to him, you can then buy them back, but this stock isn't shared? So if I, for example, sell all these rocktails here, and then I go to the shop, you can see there is rocktails at the bottom here. 23 of my rocktails are here, and I can buy them back from him from the actual shop price, which is actually pretty cool. So we can actually bring supplies here. For example, if you're using normal summoning ingredients, you can bring supplies here, you can sell them to him and then buy them back, and then you can sell the pouches to him that you make and then buy the ingredients back again as well. However, these pouches here, the shards as well, and of course your charms, all stack in your inventory. So you can have a ton of these in here, and then you can also have your charms in here as well. And then all you would do is you would infuse your pouches at the obelisk, then you would trade this person and sell your pouches back, and then buy your ingredients back. However, it is worth mentioning and important to note, to be fair, that your supplies in here will gradually drop over time. As you can see, we did actually sell 23 rocktails, but there is now only 22, and we haven't bought any back. So over time, you are going to lose some money here, and this is way more expensive than if you did it the other way as well. But if you just want this really, really quickly, you want to get through it nice and quick, as you can see, it's now down to 21, you can do this, and you can get summoning XP like this is absolutely crazy. So you sell the ingredients that you want to do here, and then you buy them back, and you make the pouches, and then you sell the pouches back to him, and then you get your ingredients back, and then that's all you do. You don't need to run back and forth or anything. You just need to do it just like this. And this is how I would do it now. To be fair, it's more expensive, but it is so much faster. Holy crap, it is so much faster, and it's just more convenient. But if you didn't know about this, well then, if you have the extra little bit of money and you'd rather save time than money, is definitely something you can take advantage of. The final thing I'm going to mention in this video is something that I use a hell of a lot now, but actually didn't realize was available to me quite a while ago. I use it like a lot now, and I've known about it for a while, but I did remember just today that I actually had to get told about this from chat. So what we're going to do is we are going to go, maybe we'll just go through here to go to this area. But the reason we're going to do this is because I want to be able to kill something out here. Now, what you can actually take advantage of and use, and is super helpful and actually really, really awesome, is the drop tracker. So if you come down here on your actual bar and you go down to rune metrics, now the normal rune metrics, you do get a few like things out of this, but there is a premium version. But included in the free thing is the drop tracker. So if you click on this, you're going to get a window here that will track all of your drops and how many of the drops you get that you actually get from when you reset it. So down the bottom here, there's a reset button that would wipe it out, which I've just done. Then you got the settings and the area loot thing in here. So in here, you've got an area loot button, which would open up, if there's anything in the area, it would open up the actual area loot. And you can actually use this as well to be able to loot stuff a lot easier than if you were going to run around and click on the things on the floor. But the main reason for this is if I put it down here, whenever I kill something, it is going to track that loot down there for me. So this is incredibly useful for content creation as well, but also it's just a really, really neat thing to be able to do. A lot of players in the game would really get a lot of like use out of this, and obviously once this guy is dead, you're going to see that the drops that go on the floor are going to be tracked here. So water up is 4 and the spirit dragon charm is 1. You don't have to pick them up, but you can toggle it so that it'll actually only do this when you do pick it up, or you can do it for when it does drop on the floor. So if you're trying to track on exactly what you would get from maybe killing all of these for an hour or something, or anything in the game for an hour, then you can definitely do this and it will track absolutely everything for you. That being said, what I like to do it for is if I'm going to do a boss or something and I just bank all the loot at the end and don't actually check about it, I can come back to this, and then when I go back through my bank, I can use this to actually see what stuff I got and what I need to take out of it. So this is actually a really, really useful tool. And if you guys didn't know about this, the rune metrics isn't all premium stuff. You can get the actual upgraded version of it, but there is still included some free things in here. So definitely take a look at it and see if it's got any use for you. The rune metrics is pretty useful, so yeah, take a look. But anyway, that brings us to the end of this episode of things that you should already know in RuneScape. Did you know all of these? If you didn't, then please do let me know in the comments which ones you didn't know. And as always, if you can think of more things that haven't been mentioned in the past ones, or if you just think of something, leave it in the comments down below. And if I haven't used it, I will take a screenshot of your comment and I'll include it in the next video when I do these. And you get a little bit of credit, a bit of a shout out, and it is appreciated very much as well. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, sub to the channel if you are new. Channel members and patrons, your names will be on screen right now. Guys, thank you so much for the extra support on the channel. You guys keep me full time. You keep me going. Like it helps out an absolute ton. So thank you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, patrons will be getting some exclusive content. So that will all be posted to Patreon, and you can just chuck $1 over there if you wanted to support the channel more, and also get access to some videos that you haven't already seen. So other than that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.